So, कैसे हैं आप लोग? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to discuss about the LeetCode very important question. That is the find the first and the last position of the element in the sorted array. तो इसमें so in this video we are basically going to discuss about the we have a given integer array that is nums sorted in the decreasing order and find the starting and ending position of the given target value. So basically if the target is not found, then return the -1 comma -1. We must write the algorithm order of log n and run complexity. So here one given example is the array is given as a 5, 7, 7, 8, 8, 10. The target value is 8. So where our target value match with the array value, we need to return that index. The here 8 is match on the 0, 1, 2, 3. 3 index, that is the first index. That is the first index of the array. Their array value match with the target value. So 3, and the second value is also the fourth, that is match with the target value. That is means 3 comma 4 we need to return, that is the index value of the array. So let's try to understand the problem, and then after we need to write one. I am going to write the pseudocode. Then after I will show the how the programming executed. So here we given one input that is same as the LeetCode input, 5, 7, 8, 8, 10. And the target value is 8. So basically I copy that and I will try to solve it, and here I paste it. So the first index is array 0, and wait, the first index of the array 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here I write all the indices of the array. And now I go to analyze. The array index is 0, value is 5. Is it equal to target value? 8. No. Then we move next. Index is 1, value is 7. Equal to target value? No. Then we move to next. 2, value is equal to 7. Is it equal to target value? 8. No. Then value is index value is 3, 8. That is equal to yes. That is our first occurrence. So here I write first occurrence. Then the I is incremented 4, 8. Eight is equal to 8. Yes, that should be in the fourth index. So our array is the that is the our first and last occurrence array. Okay, no issue. Then the next example we see here, target is 7. In the array value, no one is the match with the target value. Okay, then how we now I am going to show you one basic pseudocode, that is how the problem solved in the code. So we need one answer array that having only two sizes, first index and the last index. So if the array is not found, we need to return -1 and -1. So I basically initialize the value array itself, -1, -1, 2. Okay, then we visit the arrays all elements. If nums of I is equal to target, then we found our value. Then what I write, nums of 0, the first position of the I value, here I return. Okay, but in one test case we failed. I will show which test case we are failed. If we found the first value, no, wait. If we not found last value, we found 7, but the first value we not found, that is 0. Then how we will be implement that in the code? Here you can see the nothing. The target is 0. So -1 -1, okay. But in case we are going to discuss and we found the first position we not found the first position of the array that is equal to target, but second last position we found it, then how can we represent it? So in that case handling, we check our I, here I will write our I should be less than of the array length, and our next position, why we take next position, because we know array is already sorted. If you got our output here, the same target value again repeated from the next index. So here I write if array next value of array if you reach the last index, that I must be the less than. So here we directly check the norms of I plus 1 also equal to target. Then what we do? We increment I value and we store the answers of 1 is equal to I. Answers of 1 is equal to I, and break our loop and go. That is our simple case. Here we check. Once we check our nums of I is equal to target, then we return at the 0 position I. That means the first occurrence of the I. Then after we apply while I less than nums dot length. That means if I reach the last index of the array, the while loop will be terminated. So I must be the lesser than of the nums of length. Again, nums of I plus 1 is equal to target. Why I written? We know the already our array is sorted. So I know the next element also of the is equal to target. So here I written, we simply increment our I value by 1 and store the second position of the array, that is the last occurrence of the array, and break our loop. That's it. That is all about our code. So let's write here our code for your better understanding, and you can visualize our code easily. That is okay for a size in the sizing up. Okay, now we write the here code. I directly write first and the last. Okay, that is take one nums array and one target value. I need to return one answer. Okay, so I directly initialize the answer array that having two indexes, both indexes having -1 comma -1 value. Okay, then we apply for loop and I value increment by 1. Here if we found if nums of I equal to target, then what I need to do? Answer of 0, that means index of 0, I store the I value. Then I apply while loop, while I lesser than nums dot length, and also nums of I plus 1. That means where I got our output, the next value also is equal to the what? Target value. Then what I return? I increment the I value plus 1 and then store. Why first I increment? Because the first time I store here, then I increment I value by 1. That means the next index. Then answer of 1 is equal to I and break the loop. Okay. Then here at the last, I return our answer. Okay. In after that, I created one nums array that having the same value I given. What are the value in our example output that are stored here. Then the same target value 8 I given here. Okay. Then I print our output. Now what I write here, find first and last. I directly write first and last of what nums command target to string. Why I converted into a string directly array I can't print it, so I write here the to string that is array converted into a string and print it. So let's see our output. Here I initialized wrongly, so now we can got our output. Cannot find symbol nums command target. Wait. Now check it. Return, missing return statement. Here I need to write return answer. I write at the upper so that it shows the return missing statement. It's not printed. Wait, I will show why it's not printed. Nothing happened with our code. The basically one problem in this code. I write here to string. But I need to write here. That's okay. That should be done. Arrays. I do small silly mistakes. I'm finding arrays the two. With what mistakes happen? Instead of that method, I am going to store the create one answer variable where I store the our answer and print it. Okay. I apply here for which loop and after that I run our code. The whole thing happened good. Here we can see it. Our output is 3, 4. That's all. Today's problem. Basically we solve our problem using the for loop, but it is not optimal for the all answers. So we have another option, that is binary operation. So after we finding in binary operation, we find the middle index, one for left index, one for right index, and initialize it. We also do through the binary operations. So data bye. Next video we upload it fastly. So keep practice your DSS.